Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Trojans will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So Notre Dame's offense will get the ball first. These guys played a terrific game a year ago, final Saturday of the regular season. Close through halftime, tied at 14, but the Fighting Irish showed why they were bound for the national championship game and took home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat in capturing the shillelagh in the second half.
They took the shillelagh. Yeah, it was 14-14 at half. It was a really good football game, and then Notre Dame's defense just takes over. They scored 14 points, 100-yard interception return, 99-yard interception return. This kind of punched their ticket, Jesse, for the college football playoffs.
And it was Notre Dame being Notre Dame. You mentioned their defense. They also ran the ball extremely well. Jadarian Price, Jeremiah Love, both had huge games on the ground. So able to control the football, you know, that's going to be a big key for Marcus Freeman's squad in this one with a jeweled shillelagh up for grabs.
Behind his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Yeah, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this, I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Trojans offense will get the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today,
There he goes! He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
and they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Strocken. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to get the edge on the right. Got room to work. It's a seam wide open. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. He'll do it himself. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Got the 1st down, looking for more. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. On 1st down, here comes this offense. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. Shakes off the defender. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over LSU. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
The sure hands, it's Sanders. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the toss. Look out, he's got room. Makes it past the marker. Wide open on the right. You want to talk about ending the first quarter on a bang. A huge chunk play before they finally get him out of bounds to end the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna sling it on second down. He caught it! Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
What a great job by the wide receiver getting the first down. We all see it, right? We're watching TV, we see the yellow line, you're like, don't you get to the first down. Great job knowing where the first down was, putting his head down, getting the first down.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans. And you're right, we could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Trojans want to move quickly. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a mid-season quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Maiava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he's going to put up Heisman numbers.
And the Trojans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Fights off a defender.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted this, same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a muck. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Got his man quickly.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Makes the grab. It's Sanders. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to throw on 3rd. The throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Quarterback on the keep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option, down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Uncorks one. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the jeweled shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Here we go. And that's a first down for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lemon. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down. The Trojans will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What
Touchdown.
A game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the jeweled shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama has the lead right now, but this Tide crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 6 over Tennessee. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th. If they can't pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll move the tight end. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's got it for a big play. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To the air, it's Mayava. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Turning it on! We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sanders. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Here come the Irish back on offense. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working big.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Flanagan. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. how about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him.
Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Back to pass on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that play.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man on the right. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Back to pass, it's Mayaba. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sanders. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Lyons. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Trojans have moved it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. The give out of the gun. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
That play right there may take a year off of the head coach's life. He thought his offense was going in for an easy score. They fumbled it, could have been a disaster, but very lucky to pounce on it, and they get the touchdown regardless.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 17 over Ole Miss. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it.
Looking deep down the right side. It's caught. Racing to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And what can can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done, and as a result, they stay undefeated.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The lone back's got it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Mayava. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The kick is on its way. Wants to return it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.